Hi, welcome to Center 4, and this unit is on insects and twigs in winter, and this is our year-long cycle, our year-long theme of cycles, and this unit is going to talk about where do insects go when they winter. So you can start by asking kids that, get them thinking, where do the insects all go? On this sheet, it makes reference to a Ranger Rick pages, and those are these pages. Where do insects go? So you can show the kids this, shows lots of good things. Here's our goal we talked about, maybe under the ground here, a burrow, a beehive, branches, twigs, so kids can take a look at that, and there's some good information on there. And there's a couple different things that we can talk about in this unit. One of them would be just survival strategies for winter. How in the world do insects, maybe in cold places such as Colorado, how do they survive the winter? And so there's a sheet on that, surviving the winter. You can talk to the kids about that, and they can get their little minds thinking. And then there is this poster. So I'm gonna kind of use the poster and then put it down and show you what else you can do here. This poster, you can attach it on the wall, or maybe just put it on the floor with a couple weights on the end so it stays straight. And this is just a bunch of different environments on the kids can think about where do the insects go to winter. For example, we see this to Mexico, and then there's branches here, there's a hollow log, there's a tree, and you see the beehive. There's a pond, so maybe mud underneath the pond. Different places where the insects go. And what we have next are, and then there's some good information in here too. Again, where have all the insects gone? So read up on this. And then we have these cards. So you can get your kiddos around, and there are 10 different cards, so 10 different insects. And hand each of the kids a card. If you have 5 or less, they can each have 2 or 3 cards. And then what you'll do is you can either call a student up or just do this as a group activity. So you could call a student up and say, okay, the student just looks at the front of their card. They don't look at the back because the back has the answer. So they would look at this, and this would be a bee. And you say, okay, where do you think this bee winters? And on here, they could take a look and say, I think it winters in the beehive. And you would have them read the back of their card and then see where it really winters, and then they could tape that on there. You could also do it with all of the kids, and you say, okay, James has the bumblebee. Where do you think the bumblebee winters? And then the kids can decide together, and then James can read the back of the card and put it on here. The other thing about wintering insects is that they don't all winter in the same stage. And this is a little cheat sheet here. Some of them winter actually as eggs, so the adult dies but leaves the eggs behind. So there's eggs, larva, nymph somewhere, yeah, I guess the pupa maybe is the nymph, and then the adult. So you can have the kids kind of think about that too. How do they winter? Do they winter as an adult? Do they winter as an egg? Did the adult die but leave an egg behind? Or do they winter as larvae? So you can talk about that as well. So lots to talk about here regarding cycles and survival strategies. Yeah, have fun with this. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email us at mitchellelf@gmail.com.